Now, some outgoing KwaZulu-Natal mayors are adamant they have made their mark despite the troubles plaguing their municipalities. The provincial ANC hosted a dialogue with 6 of its local government leaders. Our senior reporter Dasen Thathiah was there. He now joins us live for more on this story. So it might be a good idea, Dasen, but a tad bit late.
That's what it would seem, Shahan. Look, it was an unusual concept, I'll tell you that much. The ANC lining up its own and putting them on the firing line, so to speak. Look, they had a moderator there that was leading most of the discussion, but the idea here was for the public to engage with these mayors via the online platforms. The media was also present, and the idea was for them to account for the past 5 years and what it is that they've done or didn't do. You know that KZN has its fair share of failing municipalities, and that's no secret. So this was the opportunity to tell us what it is that they have done to make sure that the trajectory is different if their party is voted back into power in these upcoming elections.
Yeah, you mentioned a fair share of failed municipalities, right? Msunduzi is one of them, still under administration. Did we hear from its mayor?
Definitely. You also know that if you visit the capital city, that you often find a whole host of problems there. One of the most obvious ones is the refuse collection. That's been ongoing. That's resulted in protests. That has made the city sometimes look like what the moderator remarked to the mayor today, calling it a city of filth, because that's what it seems like. The streets are often lined with rubbish, and this is not a new problem. This is a historical problem that the city has been facing. There's also the issue of the financial instability of that municipality, also as a result of all of the funds that were mismanaged over the past few years. And all of that has really led to Msunduzi being a place that is quite troubled. But despite that, the current mayor who's there says that in his time, he's made sure that there has been a significant turnaround, and he is adamant that that is now going to be the trajectory of that municipality. Let's listen into how he responded when he was asked that question during the dialogue today.
Let us start by accepting the fact that we did have challenges in Msunduzi. The fact that Msunduzi is under administration since 2017, because the narration that we have been under administration for 10 years is incorrect. It's been under administration since 2017, and I believe the turnaround strategy that we have developed puts us in a place where we can safely say we are now ready to get out of administration. Of course, that decision is a decision of the provincial government, not of Msunduzi. In terms of us being labeled the city of filth, again, I believe we have turned around the corner in that area. The fact that the last financial year we prioritized waste management in the city, because we knew one of the challenges was incapacity.
Sounds like excuses to me. Let's not forget the water problems in the Ugu district, Dasen. Have you been able to get a response to that?
Well, from one end of the province to the other, Shahan, you'll know that any discussion around the Ugu district and the residents there normally revolves around the water issues. It's almost a consistent theme on the social media pages in that area, where people are complaining about the intermittent and unreliable water supply. And that's also resulted in a number of protests down there. But today, we had an opportunity to hear from that mayor, Sizwe Ngobo, and he says that some of the problems are beyond them, and he lists drought as one of them. But take a listen to his response and tell me what you think.
We are not starting afresh. We have a plan as to what is it that we are doing. At Renkonyen, there was an issue at Kamalak, it is still an issue. And Mapek, you know what is the issue? There's still the problem of vandalism. On those coastal belt, from Scottbeck to Port Edward, maybe if you leave Scottbeck out because they are benefiting from that pipe, from Umzumbe going down to Port Edward, there is a challenge that you are faced with, of which we are acknowledging, and we have budgeted for it almost 30 million to make sure that we start dealing with it. It's an issue of aging infrastructure. We don't know why they had infrastructure earlier than others, but as a current government, we wanted to make sure that those people who didn't have an opportunity to have pipe water, they are getting pipe water. While we're dealing with that, there is issue of drought.
Yeah, I don't know, Dasen, whether or not people believe that, we'll leave it for them to decide. We're going to leave it right there. Our senior reporter, Dasen Thathiah.